Hi everyone and welcome back to Frugality and Finance. Okay, so I know I haven't been keeping you guys updated on my financial system status, and that's because a lot of the goals that I had could easily be switched into systems where I would contribute to each financial goal on a month-to-month basis. And for the most part, that consisted of automatic contributions that I just had to set and forget so that I would be able to achieve those goals throughout the rest of the year. So in total, I had 5 different financial systems that I wanted to work towards. Number 1 being maxing out my Roth IRA. This was a big deal for me because while I was paying off debt, I basically didn't contribute to an IRA at all, and it was awesome when I was finally able to contribute. And when I did, I just ended up doing a lump sum contribution. But since I had already paid off my debt by 2023, I just decided to go by the dollar cost averaging method. So I basically divided the total allowable contribution for that year to a Roth IRA by 12 months, and I got about $541 per month as the amount that I should be contributing towards my Roth IRA. Therefore, I have been sending $541 a month every single month this year. It hasn't stopped. And then this coming December, I'm just going to send an extra $9 towards that account so that I can fully max it out and reach that $6,500 number that is the max allowable contribution limit for 2023. My next system is contributing money towards my Roth 401k so that I can get the full company match. Now in my case, it's 5% of my income, so that's the amount that I set so that they can actually take out of my paycheck and put it directly into my 401k account. Any contributions I make, again, are Roth. Any employer matches I get are traditional. So I definitely have a mix of contributions in my account, but I have definitely stuck to this percentage, so I'm very happy with that. Even though I kept the percentage the same though, the actual dollar amount that I have been contributing to my 401k did increase a little bit after I got a raise, so that's definitely helping, and hopefully that'll help me get closer to Coast Fire. The third financial system I had was sending $500 a month towards travel. This is the system I was probably the most excited about because I'm finally letting myself do what I really want, which is to travel, go all over the place, see new things. And I've been pretty good about respecting my travel budget. Maybe in some cases I overspend while I'm on the vacation. I've definitely noticed that, but I've been good about actually sending that money towards my travel budget and not really touching it unless it's something related to travel, like flights, lodging, any documentation or whatever I need to get done before my trip. It's covered by that amount, and I definitely don't try to stray far from that budget. I know that at some point I would like to contribute a bit more towards this category because it does make me so happy. The good thing about that amount though is that it's decent enough so that I can take vacations, and it's also gonna allow me to meet other financial goals. So that's definitely what I like about it. The fourth financial system is contributing a third of my parents' mortgage payment towards their mortgage, and I've been very good about that. Every single month I send a third of their mortgage payment directly to their mortgage servicer, and I actually ended up increasing that amount later in the year, but I did not stray below that value, which is what my main goal was. I wanted to at least be able to contribute something towards my parents' mortgage. And if you have been following that journey that I sometimes mention, my parents are officially, in only 5 figures of mortgage debt, and it's less than $75,000 now, so I'm very, very happy about that, and hopefully we can get it to 0 very soon. The last but not least financial system, or maybe it is least now actually, is my house savings fund. If you watched my old video, you could tell that I was still unsure if I really wanted to send money towards a house because I didn't know if I wanted to buy a house yet, and I still pretty much feel the same way, which was probably one of the reasons why I abandoned this goal halfway through the year. I was pretty good about it though because, like I said, I set automatic contributions towards my savings where I would send $2,000 every month towards my house down payment fund on my Ally account. It just grew, for the first 6 months it grew. I had a lot of money just stacking up. It was great. But then I decided to move to an apartment, which did 2 things. Actually, it did 3 things. So the first thing was that I ended up using some of those savings that I had for moving costs, security deposit, that kind of thing. And then the rest of it was used for my emergency fund, because now I have more expenses, so I obviously need to increase my emergency fund. And then I decided to give the rest towards my parents' mortgage, because another thing that did was it gave me much less urgency to buy a house, because now I feel like, okay, I have my own space, like I'm good, it's great, like I'm not miserable driving to and from work for 2 hours plus a day. So I'm completely happy with that decision, even though it was a trade-off, because now I don't have this big cushion of like potential house down payment. But again, I don't really need it, and it, in a way, I think it's stopping me from making a potentially bad decision to buy a house when I'm not ready to buy a house. So I am more than happy to send that money towards my parents' mortgage, and it needs to be paid off. So yeah, definitely failed on that financial system, but it's okay. You're allowed to change your mind. I'm allowed to change my mind. And that's what happened. Alright, let me know what financial goals or systems you set for yourself in 2023, and if you actually achieved some of those goals. And if you didn't, please let me know why.